guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. It is going to be an overdue ranking everything that I tried in January. I have actually taken the last week and a half off of filming specifically. I had some videos, some project pan videos ready to go that have gone up in the last week or two, but I needed a mental reset. And I had actually filmed this video and planned for it to go up January 31st, I believe. And I just was not feeling my energy in the video. There's actually 3 or 4 videos that I had filmed that I was like, nope, I'm gonna refilm these. So I'm refilming this video. This is overdue. And actually when I was planning my 2021 series back in November, December, this is a series I knew I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do a ranking my palette series this year, as well as every single month I wanted to rank everything that I tried. And going forward, I will be inserting clips where I show you the product, cutaway clips kind of demoing the products. But because I'm filming this so late, I'm not gonna have those clips in the January video, but you can expect those going forward. So I have skincare, hair care, and makeup to rank for you guys today. I have a ton of stuff that I have been trying over the course of the last 2 months or so. Some of this stuff I started testing in January some of this stuff I started testing in December and have been testing through January and even into the first week of February. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I would rank all of the products that I have been testing out, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's just jump into the video. So like I mentioned in the introduction, it's been a little bit since I filmed. I'm feeling a little extra chatty because I haven't filmed in a little bit. I needed just a mental reset. I was feeling very, very, very burnt out from just life, I think. And I'm feeling a lot better. I do plan to film sort of a chit chat, get ready with me, life update. Just chatting about needing a mental reset and just some things that I've been doing to make myself feel better. So hopefully I'm gonna sit down and film that this weekend, but that's not what this video is about. This is about everything that I have been trying in the month of January. I am gonna break this up into 2 categories. I'm gonna do skincare and hair care in one category, and then I'm also gonna do separately a makeup category. I was finding it very hard to rank when I was trying to do it all together. I was like, I really like this skincare product, but how to rank it against this makeup product that I really like? So I'm gonna split the 2 up. I will start with skincare and hair care, and then I will leave a timestamp on the screen and in the description box for the makeup if you're interested in only the makeup. I did decide to keep it to 10 skincare, hair care, and 10 makeup products. I will also link my ranking all the palettes I tried in January, and then I will also link some of my most recent hauls where I have hauled these products in case you're interested in checking those out. But that being said, let's stop the chatter because I feel like this video is already gonna be very, very long, and let's get into how I would rank these products. At the very bottom for the skincare, hair care category, it is going to be the Hylamide Glow Radiance Booster. I purchased this off of the Deciem website during their Black Friday sale. I was purchasing some Ordinary products, and I decided to purchase this from their sister brand because anything that says glow or radiance booster honestly just grabs my attention. So I didn't even really know what this product was supposed to do until it arrived to me, and then I read the instructions. And basically this is supposed to over time gradually sort of almost build a tan on your face, which we all know I love a good self tan or a splotchy self tan. So this says apply twice daily with your skincare to offer radiance and a golden glow. I have really noticed no difference with this, even using it very, very consistently. This is something that sometimes I will mix in with my hyaluronic acid serum just to mix the 2. I find that I like this better when I mix it, but honestly, I just don't notice a difference with this, and I really don't think that it's worth the price. I wouldn't recommend, and I wouldn't repurchase. I'm gonna try and keep some of this short and sweet because we do have so many products to get through. Coming in at number 9, I have these Dr. Dennis Gross pads. These were sent to me. I will try and tell you guys whether or not these were sent to me or whether I purchased them with my own money, and everything will be linked down below. But these are the Dr. Dennis Gross exfoliating body treatment pads, and I should have looked the price up before I started filming, but I imagine these are relatively expensive, and they have such a strong scent to them that it's almost to the point of repulsive. These do a really nice job if you have some splotchy self tan that you need to get rid of. They do a really nice job of getting rid of that self tan. My skin does feel smoother and more soft after using these pads, but I imagine they're very expensive and I just don't feel like they're worth it. You only get 8 pads to a box, and the scent is just so strong. One time I used this in my bathroom and literally hours later I came back. I had thrown it away like in our trash can in our bathroom, and it still smelled so strongly of like the alcohol or whatever it is. I wanted to throw up. So I would not personally purchase these. Again, wouldn't really recommend. I feel like you can just use a normal body exfoliator. You can use sugar in your shower. You can use coffee grounds in your shower. You don't need to buy these. Coming in at number 8, I have another product that was sent to me. This is from Alpine Beauty, which I believe is a new brand to Sephora. I don't necessarily know if they're a new brand, but this is their Wild Huckleberry 8 Acid Polishing Peel. This retails for $58. And while I do like this, and obviously we'll use this up, I just don't feel like it's worth the $58. I know some people are really against physical exfoliants for your face. I personally don't mind them, and I like to use them from time to time, but they're much less expensive alternatives to this one. This one it doesn't have a ton of like actual granules, the exfoliating granules in here, and it does have this really like moussey whipped texture to it, so it isn't super abrasive on the skin. But again, there's just so many more affordable options that I feel like $58 is a really steep price for this, and I personally would not repurchase it. Coming in at number 7, I have another product that was sent to me. This is a hair care product, and this is from Authentic Beauty Concept. It is their Hydrate Mask for dry hair, and I actually really like this formula. I think it's a really nice hair mask. The reason I had to rank it so low was because you were only getting 6.7 fluid ounces for $38, and that may be a lot if you have more like fine hair or not a lot of hair. I have long, very thick hair, so for me, I think I've used this maybe 6 times, and I am definitely more than halfway through this mask, and I just feel like in terms of being cost effective, it definitely won't be for me. It does smell really nice. I love the way that it smells. I just feel like there's so many other masks where you're getting the same amount of product, if not a lot more product, for a lot less of a cost. I always talk about my favorite hair mask for a pretty affordable price. It's either $9.99 or $12.99 at Target, and it's from the Raw Sugar brand. I will link that one down below as well, and I believe you're getting at least double the amount of product that you are in this. It's super hydrating for the hair. If you have really dry hair, I highly recommend that one. I think if you have really fine hair, this might be too hydrating for your hair. It's really hard for me to tell or to find that balance, just because my hair will literally drink in all of the hydration that it can, and it doesn't get greasy just because it's so dry, so damaged, so thick. So it's really hard for me to speak on that. I've never had issues with like hair product buildup in my hair, just because I do have thicker hair that just drinks in all the hydration. So I like this. I don't think it's worth the $38. Coming in at number 6, I have this from The Ordinary. This is the 100% cold pressed virgin marula oil. The reason I'm ranking this at number 6 is honestly just because I just obviously like the 5 products ranking above this just a little bit better, but I still think that this is a really nice product. I would recommend this for the price. Virgin marula oils are usually very expensive, but when you can purchase one from The Ordinary for, I forget how much this was, I feel like under $10. I mean, I do definitely recommend this product. I just really enjoy the products that I'm ranking above this more, obviously. Coming in at number 5, I have this from the Inky List. This is the Oat Cleansing Balm, and I feel like everybody and their mother was talking about this product, so I really wanted to try this. And when I first started using this, I honestly was not sure what this product was supposed to be. Is it a cleansing balm? Is it a cleanser? It also says you can leave on for 10 minutes as a nourishing face mask. What was this? I really wasn't sure. So I started by using this as just a cleanser, and I didn't really love the way that it worked as a cleanser. It didn't do enough in terms of taking my makeup off, and in the morning it almost felt like it left like a greasy film on my face because I was just using a cleanser. I wasn't doing a double cleanser or anything like that. Then I also tried using it as a 10-minute nourishing face mask, and I felt like it was hydrating, but the way that this feels on the skin does feel kind of greasy when it's on your skin. So I just didn't love the way that it felt on my skin. So I was like, okay, like I'm definitely going to be ranking this pretty low in my ranking. But then I was reading the reviews on Sephora and people were saying that they were using this as a cleansing balm. So I started using it as a cleansing balm, which cleansing balm, probably should have tried it that way to begin. And I've really enjoyed this as a cleansing balm. I will say, I want to say this is definitely under $15. It might be under 10. I don't know that this will become a staple in my skincare routine. I am someone who obviously really likes to try new things. So unless something is like it for me, like for example, the Tatcha Deep Cleanse, I will always use that cleanser. The Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, I will always have that skin cream in my skincare collection. Unless something is it, where I truly feel like my skin is gonna miss it or my skincare routine just isn't the same without that product, I'm probably going to try other products, and I feel that way about this one. I like it. I think it's a really good affordable option for a cleansing balm. Cleansing balms can be really expensive, and when it's like your first step in a double cleanse, it's like, okay, I feel like I'm spending a lot of money just on cleansing my face. So I think it is a really good, less expensive option in terms of like cleansers or cleansing balms that are offered at Sephora. But I just like to try new things. So, I mean, I could see myself potentially repurchasing this. I would recommend this. I think it's really nice. It's really nice and I don't want to say calming, but when my skin has been going through like a rough patch, this does feel nourishing on the skin in a way that I don't necessarily get from other cleansing balms. So I would recommend this. I just don't know that it'll become a staple in my skincare routine. Coming in at number 4 is a product that I did receive in PR. This is from Glow Recipe, and it is their Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. These are beautiful. I figured I would like these, but I didn't realize how much. So I have the Glossier Future Dew, which is really similar to this, and I like the Glossier Future Dew. I think it's really nice, but it sometimes can feel a little bit thick or just like a little bit heavy on my skin, whereas this is not quite as heavy but still so beautiful. It just offers this very radiant, healthy glow to the skin without looking like Tin Man-ish or anything like that. And what I also love about this is if I feel like my highlighter is kind of just like sitting like a stripe on my face, what I will do is squirt out just like the tiniest pump of this, just like not even half a pump, just about that much. I'll tap a little bit out with my middle finger and then I pat it over. I'm like nervous to do it because my skin is so dry right now. It's gonna cling to everything. My makeup already is not sitting well on my face today, but I'll just tap it over my highlight, and then sometimes I'll go over it with a beauty sponge as well, and I just feel like it helps make my highlighter look a little bit more natural some days. So I really think that this is such a multi-use, multi-purpose product, and I've been a huge fan of this. This definitely will be a repurchase for me. This absolutely will replace my Glossier Future Dew. I will not continue to purchase the Glossier one, but will continue to repurchase this. Coming in at number 3 is this guy from Trader Joe's. This is the Trader Joe's Nourish Shower and Bath Cleansing Oil with Almond Oil. So I don't shop at Trader Joe's all that often. Disgusting, there's hair all over this. However, I do love their puff corn. If you guys are a puff corn fan, highly recommend the Trader Joe's white cheddar puff corn. In fact, I might have to make a pit stop today to get some. But I was in Trader Joe's specifically to get puff corn, and I was just like looking at everything because I feel like Trader Joe's is one of those places where when I'm there, I feel like I have to look at everything. It feels like I'm shopping there for the first time every time I go in there. I love Trader Joe's. I just don't shop there all that often because I usually buy 4 bags of puff corn and it's really bad for trying to eat healthy. But I've heard people compare this to, is it the L'Occitane, I don't know. They're like shower oil, which is very, very expensive. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try. I think it was $6.99 or $7.99, and this is incredible. I've used this as a bubble bath. It doesn't bubble that much, but it makes my baths a lot more hydrating. I like to have like the most scalding hot baths you could ever imagine, like to the point where like I could almost come out of the bath with burns. very hot baths, which obviously dries my skin out. The last couple of weeks here in Minnesota, we haven't even reached 0. We've been in the negatives, so I need all the hydration I can get. And adding this to my bath adds a level of hydration that I definitely need. I also really like when I'm in the shower, I will just, after I like cleanse my skin, I will go over it. I'll go over my skin again with this, and it's just so nourishing and so hydrating. I really like this. If you're looking for a hydrating bath product, I definitely recommend this. I don't love to use an oil all the time outside of the shower, especially in the winter when I'm freezing and just want to get like my freaking like big sweatpants and big sweatshirt on. So this is really nice because you just put it on your body and then wash it off. That's what a cleansing oil would be. Coming in at number 2, I have another hair care product. I did purchase this with my own money. It's from Function of Beauty, which is now carried at Target, and I have their straight hair shampoo. I think they have straight, wavy, curly. There's 4 different options, and then they also have these little like shots you can add to your shampoo. I did not buy the conditioner because I have like a million conditioners, but I was running out of shampoo. So I decided to try their shampoo, and I really, really love this. $9.99, you're getting 11 fluid ounces, which I feel like is a really good deal. Like, I'm definitely comfortable with paying that price, especially considering this does such a nice job of sudsing up in my hair, which I like a good sudsy shampoo. And I've just really been enjoying this. I don't feel like it strips my hair. And I don't know. I would rank up there with my Biolage Hydrosource shampoo, which is I think my favorite shampoo, but if you're looking for a less expensive alternative, I would recommend checking out Function of Beauty at Target. I'm now really interested in creating my own shampoo from their website because you can choose like your scent and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm running out of words, but I really enjoyed this one from Function of Beauty. And then in the number 1 spot in the skincare hair care category, I have another product from The Ordinary. I did purchase this myself. It is their Retinol 0.5 solution in Squalane. I was so nervous to start using this because retinol just scares me. You hear the horror stories of the peeling skin or like just the very irritated skin. But this, I have not had any irritation. I have not noticed my skin to be any drier with using this. And I think part of that could be because it has squalane. Squalane, my skin loves. It's so hydrating. My skin just drinks it all in. I started using this once a week. So I used this once a week for 2 weeks, and then I bumped it up to 2 times a week. Now I'm up to 3 times a week. I usually do every other day, and once I take a 2-day break. And again, I've noticed no irritation with my skin, and I've just noticed that my skin is a lot calmer. I have less breakouts on my face. I feel like my skin feels smoother. I feel like my pores look smaller. I also use my Argireline solution every single day, but I feel like my forehead lines don't look as like aggressive as they sometimes do. So I'm a huge fan of this. It's a great price if you are looking to like dip your toes in retinol at a less expensive cost. I would highly recommend this one from The Ordinary. Okay, I feel like skincare and hair care took me forever, so I'll try to be a little bit quicker as we go through the makeup category. But starting with my lowest ranked makeup item that I tried in January. I will say none of the products that I tried makeup wise in January were like fails in my opinion. I'll just explain why I'm ranking them the way I am. Coming in at number 10, I have the Odins Eye Solmane highlighting palette. And when I purchased this palette, I knew that it probably wasn't going to be like a tippity top favorite item of mine because it is a more colorful highlighting palette. I will insert swatches in I will insert demo clips in videos going forward, but because I am so late getting this refilmed, I probably will not take the time to do demo clips, so I'm sorry about that in advance. But let me just swatch the shades for you guys. Some of them are more wearable than others, so there are the 4 swatches. Even the like more wearable shades I feel like are just like a little bit more icy, a little bit more intense than I typically would prefer. So that is what that's what the shades look like. I did just place an order on Odins Eye when they released their new, is it the Norms collection? And I purchased one of their single highlighters, which I'm really excited about. I will say my favorite combo was actually to mix either this shade with this shade or this shade with this shade. And I did like the way that it looked. I do feel like it looks a little bit, I don't want to say textured, but it's not as buttery smooth as some of my other highlighters. So just in terms of highlighter formula, not my favorite, and definitely not everyday shades for me. Will say I don't really think that this is worth it unless you feel like you would get use out of the highlighter shades. So that's my opinion on this. Okay, I had to apply more lip gloss. Coming in at number 9 is a lip gloss from Colourpop in collaboration with Raw Beauty Kristi, and this is in the shade Glacier. And the reason I'm ranking this at number 9 is honestly just because I feel like this is kind of like just, you know, another gloss in my collection. It reminds me a lot of the shade, what is the Diamond Milk from Fenty Beauty, and honestly I prefer the Fenty Beauty formula over the Colourpop lip gloss formula. You do have a large doe foot, but I do feel like the Colourpop lip gloss formula is a little bit stickier than I personally prefer, so that is why I'm ranking this one at number 9. I still think it's a beautiful shade, just not my favorite formula. Coming in at number 8, I have these two bronzers from Kylie Cosmetics, and I will say I do think that this is a really nice bronzer formula. I just don't think I have the proper shade for me. So I have the first lightest shade, which is in the shade Khaki, which is right here. And then I have the third lightest shade, which is in the shade Tequila Tan, which is the shade right here. I really want the shade Toasted. It looks to be a little bit more neutral, but every time I go in store, they don't have Toasted, and I've purchased 2 other shades instead. When I first swatched Tequila Tan, I was like, okay, this is gonna be more like a blush shade. Now that I don't have any sort of splotchy soft tan, I suppose it is looking more like a bronzer, even swatched. But I think that it is a really nice formula. I will say that the Kylie cheek products in my experience are a little bit more buildable, which actually works better for me. We all know my self-tan, my regular bronzer can get a little bit out of control. I love to be a bronzed goddess. And sometimes it ends up looking like I stuck my head in a bag of Doritos instead. So buildable. So the buildable the better for me. I do really enjoy the formula. I just want to try, I think it's Toasted next, or I want to get my hands on Toasted and see what I think. It has nothing to do with the actual formula. It's just the shade match thing for me. That's why I'm ranking these at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a product that I got in like the middle of January, and I have really been enjoying this. I've definitely used more than half of this at this point. This is from Milani. It's their Green Goddess Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Hydrating Facial Mist. I'm actually gonna put, oh, it just like feels just soothing on the skin, honestly, hydrating and soothing. Do I think that this makes my makeup last longer? No. This does add a little bit of a glow, especially the more like you build it up. Will I repurchase this? Yes. Do I think this is a little bit pricey for the amount of product that you're getting? Also yes, which is why this one is ranking a little bit lower. It's also a setting spray, and I can get, or a facial spray, and I can get, there's a lot of options out there for facial sprays. But I have really been enjoying this. I would recommend it, especially if you can get it on sale. It's $10.99. It's either $9.99 or $10.99, and you're getting only 2 fluid ounces, so you're not getting the most. But this is one that I like want to have as like my purse spray, so when I'm looking a little bit crusty, but I'm not at home, I can just spray my face and I'm good to go. I also have been using this as a priming spray in the morning. I feel like it does help just calm my skin. My skin has been better, but it definitely was very stressed out for a while. And after introducing this and a couple other products into my routine, I feel like I noticed a big difference in my skin. So I've been a big fan of this. I just think it's a little bit pricey if you are like paying the full retail price for it. Coming in at number 6 is this holiday palette from Laura Mercier, which is limited edition. I don't think you can get this anymore, but it just comes with 3 of her actual like permanent blush shades to her line. And I think that these are really, really nice. So you're getting the shades Peach, Rosé, and Grapefruit. These are really pigmented, and they have a really good staying power. I was actually really impressed. I will say, because these are so pigmented, I do have to go in with either a like less dense brush, or tap my brush onto my hand, or just be really careful with the amount that I'm getting on my brush / on my face. But in terms of the actual staying power of these, I've been super impressed with these. And if you've been eyeing the Laura Mercier blushes, I think they're a good formula. Coming in at number 5, I have another blush formula to chit chat about, and these are from Odins Eye. They're their Alba Fruit blushes. And I have these shades Ripe Papaya, which I think is going to be a really, really beautiful shade for the summertime. let's see, I will swatch these for you. There's Ripe Papaya, and then I also have the shade Apricot Girl, which is like my perfect blush shade, just this really beautiful sort of like coral shade, like my favorite type of blush shade. There is Apricot Girl right there. These also very, very pigmented, so I do have to be, again, so I do have to use a lighter hand, which sometimes is difficult for me, but these have a really nice staying power on them as well. I also feel like these add just like a little bit of like a healthy glow without being like a shimmery blush. They're definitely not a shimmery blush at all. These are beautiful on the cheeks. If you've been eyeing a shade or want to try something from Odins Eye, I think that these are really beautiful, and I would definitely consider purchasing more shades in the future. Coming in at number 4, I have this lipstick from Milk Makeup. This is in the shade Cream, and I actually found this at my local, I think, was it TJ Maxx or Marshall's, for like $5 or $6, and it was untampered with, which is so rare. I always feel like the entire makeup selection at my like TJ Maxx is always just like destroyed. Such a beautiful shade. I have been wanting to try this for years, so I felt like I hit the jackpot when I found this for such a good deal. I will say, I think the full price for this is $24. I don't necessarily know that I would pay $24 for this. It's really nice and creamy. It isn't as much of a matte formula as I would have thought, considering I think this is considered to be like a matte lip product. It's definitely creamy, it's super comfortable on the lips, but I don't necessarily know that I would pay $24 for this. It's my perfect Your Lips But Better shade. I compared it to my Tarte Rum Punch, and the two are similar. I will say this one is a little bit more pinky than Tarte Rum Punch, but I've been a huge fan of this. If you can find this at your local TJ Maxx or Marshall's, highly recommend picking it up, and I'm really happy that I grabbed this. Coming in at number 3 is this from Charlotte Tilbury. This is her Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pinkgasm. If you guys have followed me for any length of time, you will know I used to say I don't get the hype around these Glowgasm sticks. I owned Peachgasm, now I'm obsessed with Peachgasm. So finally I picked up Pinkgasm after I heard Kelly Gooch talk about this over and over and over again. And this is so beautiful. I'm so mad at myself for waiting so long to pick up this shade. It's just like the most beautiful shade of pink, and it offers this beautiful glow to the skin. If you guys have not tried any of the wands from Charlotte Tilbury, I'm a huge fan of them, and I think the blush ones might be, the blush or the highlight ones I think are where I would recommend starting. I just love this shade. You can really sheer this out, or you can build it up to be a more intense pink. I just think it's so beautiful. I'm so happy to have this in my collection, and I will absolutely continue to repurchase the Glowgasm Beauty Light wands because I am obsessed with these. Slot 1 and 2 were I'm still looking at them. I'm like, I don't know which to put in 1 and which to put in 2. But coming in at number 2, I'm gonna give it to the Nabla Skin Glazings. I have the shades Privilege as well as Ozone. Ozone is more of a champagne, whereas Privilege is more of like a peachy pink. You guys know I love my peachy pink highlights. Let's see. There's Ozone right there. And then, oh no, I got it on my white jacket. There is Privilege right there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see them. These are so beautiful. Because they are a baked formula, they just sit so beautifully on the skin. If I use these in combination with the Niacinamide Glow Drops from Glow Recipe, it's like the most beautiful effect. I love that these lean a little bit more on the natural side. I've definitely been leaning towards a more natural highlight, and I like cannot get enough of Nabla as a brand. I'm testing out their bronzer right now. I just picked up the blush formula. I'm a huge fan. Highly recommend checking out, especially if you like a more natural looking highlight. These are just so pretty. All right, you guys, finally in the number 1 spot. I actually have 2 separate formulas, but this was my way of sneaking in like an 11th product. I have these 2 from Vesca Beauty, and I have to say I am just so impressed with the Vesca brand in general. So first up I have their bronzer, which I think would be my favorite over the highlight. I think both are amazing, but if I had to choose one product to keep, I think I would keep the bronzer. This is in the shade Kissed by Santorini. When I say this is the smoothest, softest, most buttery formula I have ever used, I mean it. I just like, even like touching this, it's such a soft powder. Let's see, I'm gonna swatch it right here. So there is the swatch of it. It's so easy to work with, so easy to blend. It's just so beautiful. This will absolutely be a staple bronzer in my collection. If/when I finish this up, I absolutely would repurchase. Definitely would recommend checking out Vesca. Just so impressed with the brand. And then I also picked up one of their highlights. This is in the shade Moonlight. And this is gonna look super intense. Maybe it won't actually. Nope, it doesn't. Sometimes it looks really intense when I swatch it, and sometimes it doesn't. It might be because I swatched it right here. This is one of those powders. Again, because it's so finely milled, it looks so natural on the cheekbones. It's so easy to blend into the skin, and it doesn't just look like a stripe of like light on your cheeks. It just looks like your skin is literally glowing, and I am such a fan. I think they have a pink toned highlight that I definitely intend to pick up at some point. I'm definitely interested in trying all of the SKUs that Vesca currently has in their line. I'm just super impressed with these products, and in my #1 spot this month, this is where they have it. All right, guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today's video. Those are how I would rank all of these skincare, hair care, and makeup items that I tried throughout the month of January. I would love to know in the comments below, what were some of your favorite products that you used throughout the month of January, whether they were new products, old favorites, whatever it might be. I would love to know what you have been loving this beginning of 2021. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.